bit of a long night for me. But it was a good night. I learned a lot about betting on hockey, and I made some good money with the in-play. Kurt Alexander came over to my freaking phone. We're working out our show for tomorrow night, the NHL in-play show that we're doing for the entire Montreal and Vancouver game. That's who it is tomorrow night. And so we were kind of working on in plays, and I cashed the Kings at plus 400, and I got them plus a goal and a half at plus 110. And it was just really cool. And I made money in playing hockey. Basketball bets. I feel like I owe you guys an apology. I was way off on my Utah State thing. And that sometimes happens when you think you know teams so well and you don't always do the work that you usually do. And that's kind of what happened there. I did end up cashing in play on Colorado State plus 400 and plus 6.5 points. So that was a good deal. But so I apologize to you guys. I feel like I owe you a formal apology for that play. Yesterday we were 2-2. Not our best day, right? We'll do better. So today we're going to focus on the Mountain West. If you're just joining, hit like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and drop your comments into the comment box. Let me know who you guys are looking at today and who you're looking to play. So, okay, so we did some Mountain West work, all three of them. So we'll start with SDSU at Air Force. We have SDSU minus 13.5 and a total of 124. Last night when I did this game, the total was at 129. So that's an extreme drop right there. I'm just going to get on here and make sure these numbers are still the same. I got them off of William Hill, but I just want to make sure that it's all out there. Yeah, 124 is what we got here. I'm taking this over. That line moved way too far down. Let's get it, Josh. You're right. Yeah, this line moved way too far down. San Diego State in their last 5 games is averaging a 126. And I get that their defense is where it's at, totally where it's at. But Air Force wants to play you. Air Force isn't a bad little team. I mean, like their record says they're not great, but they're scrappy. And they're smart. And they're going to give you 40 minutes of basketball. So, you know, I like Air Force. I'm not sure this is the time that I'm going to take a side on them, but I definitely like this game to roll over a 124 on SDSU at Air Force. So that's that one. This is going to be a quick one today, unless we get a whole bunch of people jumping in. It's going to be a quick one. Next up, we have Nevada at Wyoming, Reno at Wyoming. The pack is minus 3.5. We got a total of 149. This one I'm going under. Okay. Nevada's total average is coming out around 139. Wyoming's is a 144. These are both under 149. So that's where I'm at there. In the last 5 games, Nevada's gone over 149 once. It was 5 games ago against New Mexico. And Wyoming's done it once 3 games ago with Boise. So I like this one to stay under a total of 149. What's happening, Donna? As far as the side goes, I kind of went, I mean, it seems really easy to take Reno minus the 3.5. Hey, Focus Sports, to take Reno minus the 3.5. That line looks short to me, though. I'm just going to kind of stay off the sides because, like I said, it was a late night. I was up late because guess what happened to me? I was on Twitter and I noticed that someone put out an article that's the top 5 hottest. It was top 5 hottest handicappers on the internet. Number 3. So it was a good night of like celebrating a little bit, you know, a little drinky drink. Chelsea was on the list too. She's number 5. So Picks and Parlays has 2 of the top 5 hottest handicappers on the internet. Thank you very much. Okay, so last one I'm going to do is Fresno at Boise. Boise minus 15, a total of 137. To me, this is an overplay. Thanks, Don. I feel like I owe you guys apologies. If I, it's one of those things. We're talking about the Utah State game. I cap every single game. It doesn't matter how many times I do Utah State. I've got to write it all out every single day, and I do it by hand. Like it doesn't work if it's all in a computer for me. I have to do it by hand. It's part of my process. And the Utah State Colorado State game, I didn't do that. And that's what happens when you don't do that. Because if I would have done that, I said it all in the show yesterday. They score more in their second games. That happened. I had my math wrong for the first game. That was crap. So it's one of those things where I'm a stats person, right? Accuracy is important. Being right is one thing, but being accurate's another. And it's just a lesson that you got to do your work, right? You got to do your work every single freaking time. Thanks. So I didn't do my proper work there. And you guys know I'm good at the Mountain West. I thought, hey, this is how it's going to roll. That's not how it rolled. So again, I do apologize because I'm better than that. We're better than that, right? We could do better than that. Okay, so Fresno State at Boise State. Boise minus 15. The total's 137. I'm going to go over on this one. Fresno's averaging a 137. Boise's averaging a 142. They're both coming off of a low scoring game. Well, they both played each other. That's why. That's why. Because the last game that they played each other, it was came in at 124. And that total was at 139. I'm going to go over this. They thought it was going to go to 139. It was way under. And like I said, the second round of games typically are higher scoring, right? Nevada game 1 with Air Force, 137, 149 in game 2. With Wyoming, 143, 160. Fresno against SJSU, 143, 145. Against Reno, 130, 144, right? So this is a clear trend that we've been noticing throughout, pretty much all the back-to-backs. This is what we've been noticing. What's up, Kurt? What's up, Alfredo? Hey, Louise. Yeah, it wasn't a bad day. It was still 2-2. It was just a bad cap. And I feel crappy about it because I'm better than that. So that's a trend we're just noticing in the back-to-back games is they typically score more in the second game. And here's, I was telling Kurt about it last night when we were talking hockey. The center, Kada, for Utah State was getting a post-game interview after the first game they played. And they were asking him, how do you feel about, the scheduling and this back-to-back and that kind of stuff? And he goes, it's different. We like it, but you have to be careful not to get relaxed in the second game. And that's a big thing. When we've noticed it too, that, Boise will blow somebody out in the first game. And then the second game, it's a lot closer of a margin. So, what am I trying to say? They score more in the second. Basically, the time to get, I was going to say the time to get on the dog is the second game, but I don't actually think that's always true. I think the dog is actually a lot stronger in the first game because they're kind of rolling out. And I think on the flip side, how the guys that blew you out can relax. The guys that got blown out can also sometimes lose faith in what's going on. I don't know if that made sense. Sorry. I told you guys I'm a little bit hungover. Kurt and I cashed a lot of in-play hockey tickets last night. So you guys, if you want to cash in-play hockey tickets, then you got to join us tomorrow night. I think it's the Montreal-Vancouver game, Canadiens-Canucks. And it starts at 4 pack time, so 5, 6, 7 Eastern. And we're going to live play that sucker all the way through the game. We've got a bunch of Chip Chirimbus is going to pop in. Dan Kaiser will pop in. Nick Parsons, Tim Michael. So we're going to have guys popping in throughout the whole show at the intermissions to give out free picks for the next day of hockey. And like I said, man, freaking Kurt's good at in-playing hockey because I cashed some dinero last night. Do I feel strong? I didn't do any. So Focus is asking, do I feel stronger about taking Boise with the 15 or the over? I feel stronger about the over. I'm kind of off the sides today. Sides require a little bit more brain power than I've got going for me. Boise minus 15 is kind of a low number for Boise though. And Fresno, like Fresno against Nevada, right? So they score 57 in the first game, 65 in the second. SJSU 79 in the first game, 80 in the second. So they do improve in those second games. But Boise does too. Boise, against Wyoming, they scored 83, then they scored 90, but they allowed Wyoming to have 10 more points, which is fine, but they themselves scored 7 more. So I'm not exactly sure on a side there. I mean, I don't have an underdog special today. I mean, I don't know. Fresno is my scrappy team who I like, but they are one of the worst against the spread. That's kind of their deal. They're only like 38% against the spread, minus 3.8 points. Wyoming is another worst against the spread team. So I don't know. Boise's defense is killer, and Boise is a best against the spread team, plus 7 points. If I had, I don't know. I don't want to. I like King's money? I was rich and famous last night. We made money betting, and then that Twitter article came out, and I'm like, I'm rich and famous for like 15 seconds. Woo! So Louise, I don't agree with this. I think the favorites come out stronger in the second game if they lose in the first, or if it was a close one in the first. That's when favorites are going to beat that butt. So it's not that I disagree. I just disagree, right? Get that? I think if a favorite loses in the first game, I am all over that favorite in the second game, 100%. I feel like the favorites relax a little bit in the second one. Look at Utah State last night, right? That happens. So if we want to go, and it has been kind of a doggy dog kind of weekend, so maybe you do get your dog out of Fresno there. Someone in the chat said they like Fresno plus the 15. Air Force is my one. Okay, so if we compare points here, okay, let's just compare points on the side. If we're looking at Fresno and Boise, this is for the last 5 games, right? Fresno's putting up 66, Boise's putting up 81. Fresno's defense allows 71, Boise's defense allows 62. So I'm not saying anything can't happen, but I am saying that the numbers are definitely in Boise's favor. But if we look at someone like Sdsu at Air Force, Sdsu averages 63 points a game. Air Force averages 62. Sdsu gives up 63. Air Force gives up 75. So really they're on the same scoring path there. It's just a defensive issue. So then if Air Force is at home, maybe that defense tightens up a little bit. And like I could see Air Force as a dog plus 13.5 points at home. I could get behind that. I might just tease that in with something else that I'm doing. As a matter of fact, I am rich in Bud Lights. I have a hair of the dog one because I'm hungover. Don't judge me. Okay, so then Nevada, Wyoming. If we compare their numbers, the other one was peeking out. Nevada, Wyoming, they're putting up 73 points a game. Wyoming's putting up 67, so that's a difference of 6 points. It's the Reno defense only allows 66. Wyoming allows 77. So really, I took you off the Boise side. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just the only thing with that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Purdue. I did a free pick on this one yesterday with Tim Michael. He was all over Purdue. I don't like Purdue. We've talked about this before. I don't like them. So it's hard for me because I don't like you. I do remember that they were really, really good at home. I think they're 6-1 at home. Here they are, 6-0 at home, 11-5 on the season, 2-3-1 at home against the spread. And then Michigan's 2-1 on the road. I mean, I like Michigan, and I get what happened to them on the road, but at the same time, I can't say it's gonna like happen twice. I don't, or happen again. Yeah, I like Michigan. I'm sorry. I just do. I know a lot of people are on Purdue. The official pick from the expert handicapper was Purdue. If it's me, I'm rolling Michigan here. But also I'm completely biased and I do not like Purdue. So the Boilermakers. So that's that. Kurt says they're a live dog. Go ahead. Whatevs. Shut up, Kurt, with your what's a hangover. It's 10:30 winning money. I'm in Vegas. It's not 1:35. It's 10:30. Listen, this is the Vegas life, okay? Sometimes this is how it goes down. No one's overlooking Purdue after a couple of nice wins on the road. Michigan rolls. See, that's kind of how I feel too. Everyone's hyped on them, and I'm not. Thomas is with me here. Michigan, winning money likes Michigan. Freaking Daniel, like a boss, put a K on Michigan minus 2.5. Now they're at 4. How'd you get him at that number? Yeah, Kurt yesterday freaking cashed Indiana. It was the first thing when he woke up in the morning, he texted me. He's like, what do you think of Indiana? I'm like, their defense is solid, but I don't think I can fade Iowa at home. And he was like, well, I'm doing it. He didn't even take them with the points. He just moneylined their asses and cashed it. So go and get it, Mr. Alexander. Okay, so I'll recap for you guys real quick and then go take an Advil or something. Okay, so in Nevada at Wyoming, listen, Craig Trapp. Craig says if I'm gonna hang with him, I have to learn how to handle my Bud Lights. Listen, it could be worse. Okay, it could be worse. Yeah, Louise, I'm liking Michigan minus 4. A lot of the chat likes them too. Kurt thinks they're a live dog. He hit one yesterday, so he's feeling froggy. He wants to leap. I'm not leaping there. Again, personal feelings. I don't do Purdue. Okay, so recap. Here we go. Nevada at Wyoming, its totals 149. Both of their total averages in the last 5 games are under that, so I'm going to take that under. As far as the side goes, I think that line looks real short for Nevada, 3.5. I might look at Wyoming there. Because it looks very, very easy. Against Fresno, Nevada's 5-5, or 5-5, 5.5, 6.5. Wyoming. The thing with Wyoming is, though, don't let that record fool you. You know, we talked about Wyoming a few weeks ago. They haven't played anybody. Now they're in conference, but before they were in conference, they hadn't played anybody. So I don't put a ton of stock in Wyoming. They do have, what do they got? Oh, the worst against the spread at 33%. So whereas Reno, on the other hand, is one of the best against the spread. Yeah, number 16 at 78%. Number 13 in field goals, free throw shots, 75%. Number 24 in rebounds. So I don't know. It's just, that's not my spot for a dog. Personally, but the line does look short. So I'm saying that my official play, I'm taking it under 149. In Fresno and Boise, we got it at 137 and 143. The number is 137. So I'm going over that. They just played each other, and the total on that game was 124. The original line was set at 139. Yes, it went way under. Now they've moved it to 137. They score more in second games. I think this one is going to go under, and Fresno is going to take a run at Boise here. I almost like Fresno with those points. I'm not getting involved in the sides today. Oh, that's good to know. Side note, Michigan and Virginia went live in sports books today and yesterday. Another 2 states approved. Excellent. Focus Sports like Siena and Monmouth as winners, minus 4.5. I've liked Monmouth this year, and I've seen Siena. Siena's in one of my notes about something. They're doing something right now that's good. That San Diego, yeah, I know, is now at 124. I'm taking it over. You went down too low. You dropped that 5 points. San Diego State's total average is a 126. In their last 2 games, they were playing Utah State. So their last 2 totals were a 102 and a 123, again, scoring more in the second game. but their totals before that are 136, 125, 143. So I definitely know that SDSU is a defensive under team. Don't get me wrong. 129 last night on Total Chaos, I was under 129, but 124, you've gone too far. You have gone too far. Okay, so I'm going to go over. Here is what I'm going to do. Air Force is a 135, 141. If there was a dog I liked today, it would be Air Force plus these points. Air Force being at home. I like the Falcons. I do. So what's Mike got going on? Stanley says under in San Diego State's a lock, Kurt. I don't believe in the locks. Fresno, I said over. Yep. Fresno, over. Nevada, under. San Diego State, over. And that's how I'm doing it. Yeah, you did get a bad number. Manhattan at +5. Okay. Oh, are they playing Monmouth? Probably. What else do we got? I had a good one in here. Here, Mike. Oh, Mike said he moneylined Indiana. Kurt was on the Knicks money line too. Indiana, Knicks, and the Lakers last night. Parlayed Lakers and Jazz for the W and played NHL on overs. Lots of goals last night. Went 7-2. Probably an overtime. Isn't it crap how it works? I told you guys on our first day at teasers, I was freaking 10-1, and then our second day, not as well. 3-3. Today or yesterday, 2-2. So it is what it is. I mean, I kind of don't know why not, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy here. But honestly, they score the same amount. This is a defense issue, right? When Boise outscores somebody by 10 points in the stats, it's hard for that other team to make up like a 10-point differentiation. But when it's defense is fixable. If it's defense, that's just about knowing who you're playing and getting on your guys. And this is my thing with the service academies is they're strategic. They have a game plan. They have a battle plan, right? They roll in there. I think that the time to be on the Air Force money line would probably be in game 2, but I don't know. I don't know. I like them plus 13.5 though. I will say that. I do like them plus the points here. Mike is putting cash on the Bulls tonight. No problem, Donna. Anytime, girl. James likes an over in the Kings and the Knicks today. Wright State. I love Wright State. I'm a fan of them. I actually looked at them this morning. I didn't stat them because I felt like I would get myself in trouble because I also like IUPUI a lot. And I've cashed on them a few times. And 13 points, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you here. I like IUPUI plus 13 if I was going to do anything. Is it IUPUI that I like so much? I really think it is. Yeah, I really think it is. We cashed on them last week. So I'm not going to official play it, but I think that's where I'm at on there. Yeah, because they hadn't played. Yes, see, they're 3-4. IUPUI is 3-4 on the season. I remember saying this last week that we haven't seen them play a whole ton of games, but they're a very good school. So I like them. I'm not laying 13 with them. Wright State's very, very good, though. This is why I didn't cap this out. So you guys make me do things that I didn't want to think about. Winning free pick says Nevada is money. I just think that's a real short line, honestly. 3.5. When have we seen Nevada at 3.5? It's just against Wyoming. I mean, I don't know. It seems silly to me. I mean, against New Mexico, they're -6. Why? I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at Wright State real quick because I do really like these guys, and I know they're about to start. I like this conference. Who are they? Speaking of conferences, who are they? Okay. My hair is such a hot mess right now. Oh my God. 11 a.m. Oh my God, we have 15 minutes. Okay. It was IUPUI Northern Kentucky. That's who I was betting against. And Northern Kentucky is a good team. They lost to Milwaukee and they lost to Cleveland, though, pretty decisively. But they were on the road for all of them. So this is their first home game since January the 2nd. Wright State has been at home for 4 games. So this is their first road game since January the 2nd. Defenses match up. Wright State just scores a lot more. That's IUPUI's problem, is rebounding right there. I don't know. That's up to you guys. I know, Kurt. I know. I just like IUPUI. So, like I said, that one's on you. I didn't. Parlays are for suckers. Wright State will smash them tonight. Well, it starts in 15 minutes, so they might smash them this afternoon, but definitely not tonight. My confidence outrages that. Oh, Wright State under 70 first half, because they do have good defenses. I think Wright State was 61 and IUPUI was 69 as far as what they're giving out. Mike says Wright is slow out of the road. Okay, so here we go. Now we're building something. So maybe Focus Sports and Mike, thank you for that. Let's go with a maybe under in the first half for Wright State. Hi, Elliot. Rice plus the 9. You guys have any thoughts on Rice? Let's look them up. Rice kind of has been surprising me, actually. I pay attention to them because I'm from Houston. Rice is there. And sorry. Oh, playing UAB. UAB is number 1 in something on one of my lists. They're at the very, very top. UAB minus 8.5. They're 8-1 at home. Rice 3-2 on the road against the spread and for the season. 8.5 is a good number. Anyone in the chat know about Rice? I've been impressed with them, but I don't know. Elliot's on Michigan too. All right, there you go, Elliot. Yeah, we had a lot of talk about that a little bit earlier. And again, not a Boilermaker fan. I mean, I'll drink a Boilermaker with you, don't get me wrong. But Michael Jenkins loves Michigan today, especially because everyone on their mother's on Purdue. And that's part of why Indiana was such a killer bet last night. So good job. Again, I know I'm Italian. I'm a hand talker. What do you want from me? I have to explain myself with emotion and passion. That's why Indiana was such a good bet, was because, everyone, I included, I was on Iowa also. I just threw them in a little 3-team teaser, and it didn't work out for me. Thanks for that Wichita State pick, Craig. That was in that teaser too. That didn't work out for us either. Rice has played well of late. I think they can keep with them. That's what I mean. I've been impressed with them lately. I just don't remember my UAB stat that I have going on, and I don't have that conference with me right now. Yeah, Elliot, we're all digging Siena. That was another one in the chat. People are liking. Okay, let's look at Illinois State. Anyone who has any thoughts on Illinois State, drop it into the chat so we know what's up with the get down. I can't find it. I need you guys to put times, game times next to your questions. Oh. Man, was I freaking wrong on Pacific yesterday. God, that wasn't any tapping problem on my end as far as I didn't do my work. I did my work there. I just got beat fair and square, man. I had that wrong. I just had it wrong. I can't find Illinois State. So there's, I don't do anything. Western Illinois. I ain't got it. I'm sure it's in here, but it's taking me too long to find it. Hashtag game times. Yeah. Hey, Carter, what's happening? Carter likes Coastal. How do you guys feel about Coastal? They're on one of my stat sheets for being badasses too. I just forget which one it is. Again, I got like all of this information and then I'm breaking it down into each conference, right? So I have like the best offenses, the best against the spread, the worst worst offense, best defense, rebounds, blocks, all of that kind of stuff I have on all these papers. And then I have to go through and mark them and then stick them like, see, I break them into conferences and blah, 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 blah. So I have all the information. It's, but I've only done 8 conferences so far. And like UAB was not that conference. I don't know, Bill McDonald. That line looks short. Jeremy Ward likes Wright State. We're thinking Wright State under in the first half is what we were liking on that one. Carter says Troy has been a punching bag. Mike says the prop line on Zach Levine is 25.5. That's money all day. He'll go for 40. All right. That's a little prop bet for you guys out there. I like that. Okay, so let me recap real quick because I know a lot of y'all just joined into the chat. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. That way you never miss a Morning Wood or a Total Chaos or a Craig Trap free pick or any of the other cool stuff that we do. And don't forget, Saturday night, we're starting up hockey night, right? Pucks and pints, come do in-play with us, drink a little with us. Lots of free picks throughout the show from a bunch of the handicappers at Picks and Parlays. They'll be tapping in. So tomorrow, 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. Eastern during the Montreal-Vancouver game, find us and get involved with the chat because it's going to be fun. Okay, so, before I go here, North Dakota State, I'm a big fan of. I like those guys a lot. That was actually on my very first free pick video that I ever did. It was North Dakota State against South Dakota State, and I took North Dakota and I cashed it. So I always like them. You're so funny. What makes Allie so hot? She's a gorgeous woman on the outside, but a man's man on the inside. I appreciate that. I really do. So Focus Sports also really likes Grand Canyon. I have been high on Grand Canyon all season. Their coach is Dan Marley from the Phoenix Suns. I've been yelling at Kurt about them all year too. Pay attention. They're a really good team. So I like Grand Canyon. I haven't capped it. 12 points is quite a bit. They're doing Dixie State. Okay, yeah. Because Dixie got beat up by New Mexico. I thought they might have a shot against New Mexico. They did not. So I would be cool with that. North Dakota State, I am a big fan of. Are they at home or are they in Denver, though? That's one thing I would like to know. It does make a little bit of a difference. Man, NKU, Northern Kentucky is just they were such a good team for me last year and the season before. I cashed a lot on them, and they're just not the same guys this year. They're 0-5 on the road, rolling into Robert Morris, old Bob Morris, minus 1.5 points. I mean, I don't remember. I might take a look at that later on. What the balls am I doing right now? Okay, wait. Oh, I'm finding out who's at home and who's away. I don't know. There's too many for me to be scrolling. Right now. Yeah, North Dakota. He's with me. Old Josh is with me. I am that guy, Kurt. Morningwood's a great name, and you guys are taking it to the bank. North Dakota State's at home. Yeah, then I like them even more. That's a long way for Denver to travel. Elliot likes Toronto today. Easy money. No such thing. He says the R says that the Wolverines might be an overplay today. Cleveland State is money, Emmanuel. You're right. They are money. They're a real good team. They are just a real good little team this year. One of the girls that I do statistics with for UNLV, she went to Cleveland State. So I that's part of why I follow that conference is usually just to talk crap to her. Wow, South Dakota State's a huge favorite at home. Oh, I see why. Oh, against Milwaukee. Milwaukee is good too, though. Let me see if I don't think I did the Horizon yet. And it sucks because it's like one of my very favorite leagues. They just don't have a lot of people that are in those stats. So Cleveland -3 at home. Yeah, I'm with that. I really am, even without looking at it. Carter Brown likes FIU over. San Diego State. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Emmanuel. San Diego State over is beautiful. Lock it in. Yep, that was my play. That number went too low. It was at 129 last night. Now it's at 124. So we're my 3 official picks for the purposes of this show. Real quick, if you guys are joining, I'm going Nevada Wolfpack under 149 against Wyoming. I'm going Fresno over 137 at Boise. And I'm going Sdsu over 124 at Air Force. So those are my picks right there. Focus Sports says Milwaukee is good. They score more than Cleveland, but Cleveland has a better defense. Yep. Sorry, I gotta fix myself in my chair here. Still not there. Okay, there we go. John Caravon. I don't know how to say your name, but I want to. Mavs tonight, he says. South Dakota State looks good. See, I loved South Dakota State for years. You guys have heard me spiel on this. They lost their coach, and now he's at UNLV, and so I'm so happy that we have the Jackrabbits coach now. San Diego State or South Dakota State is good. They're both SDSUs. South Dakota State is good. They are very good. They're a little bit of a different team than they were, but I have issues with North Dakota on the road. That's my thing with them. They're like 1-7 on the road. So I'm digging that one. I'm digging it. And Focus Sports agrees with you. Winning Money says he hopes McGregor gets knocked out. Can't stand him retiring after every fight. I know. I don't know if you guys have the Reface app, but it's my favorite thing in the world. And I made myself into Conor McGregor. And it was pretty funny. Nets over. What do you guys think about the Nets going over tonight? I'm popping it on. Hold on one sec. NBA. I did a free pick on this yesterday. I want to say that the play was the under. Sean Higgs gave a 2-team parlay, and he took the Nets under, and he took, I want to say it was the Thunder under. Yeah, because I rhymed it. The Nets and the Thunder are going under. That was my end line. So that was Sean Higgs's free pick. You guys know I'm not super good at the NBA. It's not that I'm not good at it. I just don't really do it. You just like the team, he says. Fair enough there. All right. Anything else that we need to touch on, my friends? Oh my God, Elliot, you're putting $5K on Connor? Holy cow. I don't bet like that. I wish I had that kind of income where I could bet. Craig, let's talk. Why am I not putting $5,000 down on things, Craig? Can you tell me that? Because I think I need a raise. That's what Elliot's telling me right now. The Beastie Boys segment. Focus. Yeah, a lot of people have been getting killed by the NBA. I got that. I had my 3 unders in the NBA I told you guys about yesterday, and only one of them went through. The Lakers Bucks was my only one that worked out. So I mean, I get into the NBA a little bit later in the season, like not necessarily playoff time, but closer to playoff time. I guess. Emmanuel says that the Nets will definitely go under. So if that helps you out at all, there's that. See, look, Craig. See? You should listen. You should listen to the people. Okay, so that's about it. Anything else out there, Craig? Anything you like today? Kurt, anything else you want to throw in there today? Like I said, I'm just doing totals. It was kind of a long night. I was celebrating being rich and famous after cashing a bunch of hockey in-play bets and then finding that article on Twitter. If you want to read the whole article, you can find it on my Twitter page at Plus Money Honey. It was a it was a really nice article. It's cool to be recognized. That's the second time that Chelsea and I have been called out in an article for being chicks that are good at handicapping, and we appreciate it. Well, I can't speak for her, but I appreciate it, and I'll take a number 3 any day. So yeah, I've heard some talk about the Packers are going to lose. Jason here is saying his heart is saying Brady, but he thinks Rodgers. I'm not sure what game we're talking about. Better play is over 2.5. Okay, so back to the boxing. Better play is over 2.5 rounds in that fight. Dustin is super doable, smart enough to stay away from that left hand, and he knows the best way to win is draw this fight out for a long haul. All right, that all seems sharp. I like that. Elliot, you're in charge of the race. He said so. So Darrell says Tom Brady's got this. Nick says Packers all day. This is definitely one of the split ones. Okay, so you guys know I'm not super sharp on football, right? Football's my off season. I do basketball, I do baseball, and then I kind of take my time off during football and just kind of dick around with it. Kurt says if you can get Brady at +3, take it. The way that I think of the NFL is like this, because I believe in my heart and soul that professional sports are rigged. Okay, not every game, certain games, but I believe that if the NFL wants a certain quarterback to be in the Super Bowl, that quarterback's going to be there. So is that quarterback Brady? Is it Rodgers? I would say it's Brady. I don't know. So I said it last week when Brady was playing. I said, if ever there's going to be a game that's rigged, it's going to be the Saints at the Bucks. Not that one was rigged. So I'm not saying that, but my point was that the NFL wants Tom Brady to move forward more than they want Drew Brees to move forward. So that's where I'm at. I think for that reason, I would take Brady because I think the NFL wants Brady to win. So that's where I'm just kind of at there. What did you say about me? Uh-oh. Craig says I can do famous or rich. I can only do one or the other. I'll take rich. My car payment's kicking my butt right now. Okay. I wanted to, since you just want to say you and Allie are my faves, keep it up. Thank you, Makeup by Fire. Everyone share this to your social media and get them to follow me, is what Craig is saying. Yeah, everybody share, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share. Share me. I say a lot today. Focus Sports says Brady has the storyline, the 40-plus quarterback who goes to another team and wins a Super Bowl or gets 2-1. I don't know. I do know. You're absolutely right. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? And Belichick is such a big name. And for him to, take down Belichick, get there without him, I think is a great storyline. And then with Gronk coming back, and it's like this team of vets. And is Patrick Mahomes, didn't he was out, but is he going to play in the next game? I mean, is that going to be an issue? I guess he'll be there for the Super Bowl, like no matter what though, right? Yeah. Craig, you're so funny. Sharing is caring. So yeah, that's where I'm at on the football. The way that I cap it is just what do I think the NFL wants us to do. So we are going to talk NFL today on the Picks and Parlays live cap. It's going to go off at 6 p.m. Eastern. Nick Parsons and Dan Kaiser will be on it with me. And we're going to talk about both of those NFL games in depth with two grown-ups who know what they're talking about when it comes to football. So join us then. And then tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, we're doing the NFL Total Chaos. Chip Chirimbus against Sean Higgs. These guys are so freaking funny together. I can't stand it. So Yeah, and that's it too, right? Tom Brady's the GOAT. They want him to win it all. They want him to be the GOAT. Alfredo likes Green Bay and Buffalo. I do have some bets here, Brendan. Thanks for joining the party. You're 45 minutes late. Okay. First of all, come to me late asking for my picks. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So my picks were easy today. Like I said, a little partying last night. So I kept it simple. I'm doing 3 totals in the Mountain West. I'm taking SDSU over 124. I'm taking Nevada under 149. I'm taking Fresno, Boise over the 137. I'm going to straight bet all of those, and then I'll probably tease them all together too, just because I'm doing that. Oh my God, do I have an online boyfriend? Oh, Nat is such a dick that way, Brendan. Let me tell you. You're so funny. Okay, anything else? I think we got there. I think that's a bit of everything. Yeah, I don't like goats either. Why SDSU over? I will tell you why. First of all, that line opened at 129. If it was at a 129, I'd be under it all day. Now it's dropped to a 124. I'm not there. SDSU's average is 126 in the last 5 games. Air Force's is a 137. So both of those go over, right? Here's the reason I think that number is low. Is that in the last No, actually, I wasn't going to say that about this game. I just think that number's too low. It dropped way too far. It's okay. I recap for you late people. It's all right. Yeah, so that's just it. Well, over 124. Oh, I do know why. I'm sorry. SDSU just came out of 2 games with Utah State. Utah State is like arguably the best defense in the Mountain West, besides maybe SDSU. But against Utah State, their scores were 102 and 123. Their totals were 102 and 123. So I feel like that's pulling them down. Whereas when they played Reno, it was 136. 125, 143. That makes more sense. Like we're more in that area. Also, Air Force, I feel like, is a solid team. I think they're better than their record reflects. They've played the tougher teams, and they're still doing it now with SDSU. So, yeah, I think this goes over the 137. That's where I'm at. SDSU. What's the reason for the drop? I don't know. Probably because everybody thinks they're such an under team. Look, I told you it was not my deepest in-depth handicapping. I wonder, though, real quick, if Matt Mitchell's back. I did read that he was. Actually, it's going to take me a long time to find that. I did read, though, that he was going to come back. So Craig says it's going to be under 120. I don't think it will be. Okay. And then, yeah, Fresno at Boise, 137. Fresno comes in at 137.2. Boise at 143. They just played each other in a game that came into 124. That total was set at 139. Now it's at a 137. I think this goes over. They just played 2 and under last time. Remember, in the second games, they tend to score more points. So over 124. I'm going to roll with that. And who else? Nevada, Wyoming. I'm going under 149. Nevada's averaging the 139. Wyoming's averaging a 144. So I'm going to take it under a 149. That just really feels like too many points. Wyoming, in the last 5 games, scored over 149 once against Boise. And Nevada did it once against New Mexico 5 games ago. So that's just it. I like that number. I think he's out because of uncertainty of Mitchell. Ouch. Mitchell is out. Okay, so I had seen that he was coming back in. I'm just going with it. I don't care. I get it because Mitchell is a strong shooter. He's my one that I have a crush on. Remember, he's like my guy that I love. he's a strong shooter, and he's definitely a difference maker on the team. I don't think it's anything SDSU can't like adapt to, though. I don't think it's that big of a difference maker. That's a huge drop. 124 is low. I mean, even for them, it's low for me. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hey, right? You don't have to take the bet. No one's making you take this bet. I'm going to take it over, though, is what I'm going to do. Craig is smoking peyote. I think he's on mushrooms most of the time. I'm just kidding. Hate that Butler game is canceled. I love Butler in that upset. I didn't, but I'm a Seton Hall girl, so there's that. You know, love my Hall. And Hall has been, Kurt and I both call them the Road Warriors. They are just a real fun little road team. Bud Light for lunch. It's the hair of the bear that mauled me, man. Hair of the bear that mauled me. Yeah, I'm going with my gut on that. I'm going with my numbers. It's what the numbers say. Like I said, if it was at 129, I would have undered the crap out of it. But 124, I'm going to over you. That's a good point. That's a good point. Mushrooms don't show up on drug tests anyway. Not that I know that for any reason at all. All right, so there we go. Anything else you guys want to talk about while I'm here? Wow, we've almost gone a whole hour, guys. Elliot's smoking right now. Okay, so I think we're good here, yeah? Don't forget, live cap is at 6 p.m. We're talking NFL with Nick Parsons and Dan Kaiser. We got the Total Chaos, Chip Chirimbus and Sean Higgs, NFL tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Those guys are so freaking funny. I can't stand it. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, same time, like 1 p.m. Eastern, 1 to 1:30 Eastern. And yeah, we'll do this whole thing again. Mushrooms are legal, but only like in the Northwest, I think they are, in Washington and Oregon. Thank you, Elliot. Yay. And if you want to read the whole article, go to my Twitter page at +moneyhoney, top 5 hottest female cappers on the internet. Number 3. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, guys. I will see you later. I'm going to go put some hairspray in my hot damn hair.